organization that has, you know, performed to 20 million people worldwide.
Mm-hmm. But so, you captured it.
I captured it. I captured it. You know, the really blessing for me in all of this is I'm a first-time filmmaker.
Yes.
I've never made a doc before.
What were you thinking?
What was I wasn't thinking. That's the problem. I wasn't thinking. But you start out on a story, and it becomes a labor of love. And the more you discover, even with all the warts, that this is Americana. This is part of our history. This is who we are. It wasn't all the hippie subculture. There was an entire counter movement to that culture at the time and how it's played out in the media over the last many decades. It's still there with us today. So, you know, you get into a project, you research, you find all these intriguing things about it, and you just know you know the story needs to be told. So that's how Smile Till It Hurts came about.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Mom, attorney, filmmaker.
Yes.
How many other things would you like to add to that? Writer, producer?
I'm a grandmother.
And a grandmother. Oh, yeah. Isn't it great?
I love being a grandmother.
I do too. It's so much fun.
The problem is that, you know, your kids don't ask you permission. They just make you grandparents.
I know,
well, you know?
I know.
But I have 3 and another one on the way, so I'm really excited about that.
It is fun. So what else? What else? I mean, you're here. That was the first. It can't be the last.
Film, or do you mean a film festival?
Well, film.
Okay.
That was the
all right.
First.
Well, I have to say something about the Traverse City Film Festival, though, because I've been to a few in '09 when our film came out. And I have to tell you, I was completely blown away. I was so surprised, and because I wasn't anticipating, I think a film festival with the quality at the level that this one is conducted at every level. And there's 1,200 volunteers. I mean, for me, that's all volunteers, but they're friendly.
Well, yeah.
And helpful. And they have the answer, and they know how to get things done. And you feel so welcome in this community. And I, you know, grew up in Michigan. And I have to tell you, for me, it is so special to bring a Michigan film that has archival footage that's rare, never been seen before, starting Mackinac Island, even dealing with the Super Bowls in Pontiac, Michigan.
Oh, I love it.
And the crowds at that time when GM was laying off just tons of people, and to be able to have that truly Michigan experience and premiere at the Traverse City Film Festival, it has been a gem. It's just a great experience. So if there's anybody listening that has a film, you know, hopefully you can be here. But that has been terrific.
Mm-hmm.
And
but there are so many films. So many films. I mean, I think Michael Moore watched literally hundreds, if not thousands. To just be there, what was your reaction when they called you and said, please bring your film to Traverse City?
I was just absolutely thrilled by it. Michael Moore saw my film at the Sedona Film Festival in Arizona when we premiered there. Uh-huh. And he watched it separate and apart from all the other ones. He knew it had a Michigan focus. And I also met him outside when he came outside the green room. I said, please watch my doc. And he did, and I'm here. So it feels great. And particularly because today at the panel this morning, he talked about how he has screened a lot of documentaries, and many of them belong on television. But the ones that were selected as part of the Traverse City Film Festival are truly theatrical documentaries in which the audience has just a group experience and a community experience, and it creates dialogue and questioning and understanding. And so I just feel like, okay, people get it. Yeah. You know, they understand that this is meant to create dialogue. This is meant to recognize who we are as Americans, what roads we've traveled, whether we drink Kool-Aid or not. You know, I'm the first one to get on the Small World ride, you know, at Disneyland. I am. I love it. I love it. I
love the song.
I love the song. And it stays there in your head.
Sure,
and
it does.
In many ways, Up With People is like that. Hits that core, you know, that very, very simple core of us as human beings. But I also know I got to get off the ride and I have to proceed to the exit, and we have real problems in the real world, and you can't just sing them away. You know, you have to roll up your sleeves. You have to do something proactive about it. And, yeah, and so it's good. It's really good to be here.
So what's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a couple of documentaries in mind. I dare not say them at this point.
Okay.
But
all right. It's not the last we're going to see you, though.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. I mean, I've had such a ball making this and meeting people in the industry who truly want to help. I mean, if you're genuine about your craft and you have a good story, it's true. People will help you make that good story. But if you're there and you're puffery and you think you're going to make money, because you never make any money when you make a documentary, but if you're there for the real issues that are happening in the world, there will always be a place to have those stories told. I think so.
And finally, what does your husband think of the film?
Do you know, he is in the film, but only because my executive producer, Jack Lechner, who did Fog of War, insisted that he be in it. And I did not interview him. My other producer, Barry Perlman, did. He's the only interview I didn't conduct. Can you imagine me as a wife? No, that's not right. You didn't say, wait, say it this way, honey. Your tie's not straight. Whatever, right? That's the last thing is you want a wife interviewing her husband.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Right, but we did interview him, and he was cut into it. And when I first saw it, I just wanted to take it out on him because, you know, I had this instant reaction of what does it add? What value did it add to the film? But it was more of a personal one instead of my stepping back and thinking about the film and the fact that here he was an African American who felt he was an apologist for what was happening in the community and what was happening with civil rights at the time. And he's on stage, you know, basically talking about how, you know, civil rights could have been addressed through character development, he said, and it was such a simplistic way of dealing with things. But he was 16, 17, 18 when he did this. He was traveling and received a great deal of attention, and he was accepted.
Oh, yeah.
And so to hear him talk about that is, you know, quite revealing, I think, in the film. Now, there are many other personal stories beyond him in the film. That's just a highlight of what people can see when they watch the doc. But we did leave it in, and he saw it during the fine cut of the film when we were literally done with the film, pretty much done with it. And he loved it. He really loved it. He said, it's the truth. That's how he put it. He said it's the truth. And he wasn't involved in the filmmaking at all. I mean, I was back in the room, and we never discussed it, not once, until he saw the fine cut. So,
well, I certainly hope that everybody really, I'm very excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm smiling, but it's not hurting.
Smile till it hurts. That's the name of the film. Please make sure you check it out and stay with us. We'll be back in a little while.